In my Centurion video, I mentioned that I had just been playing a 100-ton battle mech with some very fast-firing weapons. This is that 100-tonner. It's called the Annihilator. It's awfully slow. You're you're just a barely mobile turret, basically. The developers limited the engine size on this to a pretty low cap, which means that it just cannot move very fast. You know, this 48.6 kph is generally the best you're going to do. So the idea is you essentially just use all that extra weight that you save from having such a small engine and cram it full of weapons. So what I've done is half a dozen AC2s and 4 medium lasers to back those up. I can fire the AC2s all day, every day, and never overheat. And then if I need just a little bit of extra punch, or on the very rare occasion I run out of ammo, I can use the medium lasers as well. Or like if I have a fast-moving target like that stealth flea. And I went to F3 mode there to show you the mech, just in case you've never seen it. It's not a very good view of it, but it does give you some idea of what it looks like. Now this mech is incredibly tall, if you can't tell by comparison. For example, the Mauler that I was walking next to, that's also an assault class mech. This Annihilator is just a skyscraper. And the weapons are incredibly low mounted, so there are going to be a lot of times where you won't be able to make a shot, because even though you can see someone, and they can see and shoot you, your shots are all just going to go into a hill or into a building in front of you or something. So this mech definitely has its problems. It's very dependent on the team. It's very dependent on knowing where to go and getting there in advance of when you need to be there because of your ridiculously slow speed. But what it does a great job of is just staring at someone, taking return fire, and not really caring. Here I'm at sort of a disadvantage because, again, low weapon mounts. There's lots of hills and small buildings, so I have to come around here and basically get in the middle of these buildings so that I can get clean shots at my targets. So those AC2s, they're only dealing 2 points of damage apiece, as opposed to, like, say, an AC20. But I have, again, half a dozen of them, and they have that incredibly rapid rate of fire, plus a very, very long range, 828 meters optimal range. And I was firing into my allies back a little bit there, and again here, it's probably a jerk move, but if I'm spewing bullets and someone just keeps walking into it, I don't really care to stop. They saw those shots flying and they just decided to walk in front of it. It's considerate if you can stop firing, but if you don't, I mean, they knew it was there. So I personally just usually let it go. Anyway, the couple of that is my favorite warhorn in the game, and you're going to hear it a few times. I'll try to shut up so the audio doesn't get muted while I'm talking over it. This match is pretty well over, and it's not impossible to come back from 7-3, but it requires a lot of good pilots on the other side, and a lot of your guys have to be in very bad shape. And you see that stealth flea again. I pretty much just pretended he did not exist, and I got lucky because he didn't target me. So there's the warhorn again. Had that flea decided to actually target me, I would have been screwed. I mean, this mech, again, like I said, it really depends on the team to keep it alive. Even though you're an excellent tip of the spear, you are not a one-man army, and anything can get behind you and kill you very easily. So when you see the end results here, this was a really fantastic match. I've done better, but this is still great. I mean, 4 kills, 900 damage, 9 components. Top the damage targets by a huge margin. So if you don't mind being slow, this is a lot of fun.